So we start with fundamentals of business analysis. So our context is that you are a business analyst or an IT business analyst or a software business analyst or a requirements analyst on an IT or a software project. But this project is to be taken up for a business. Businesses are incepted with some mission and vision. So every businesses have got long-term goals. And business, if you focus on this word, is defined as the work to be done or matter to be attended. So if you work for a bank is in the business of deposits and lending and managing the spread. So they will receive money from depositors and they will lend money. This is typically the things, but they have to do so many other things. Electricity company may be in the business of electricity production or generation, transmission, billing, etc., etc. So depending upon the business you are in, you need to understand that business. Businesses are incepted with a vision and a mission. To achieve the vision and mission, businesses have to carry out innumerable activities. A telecom company has to sign up with new subscribers. But this is not the only activity. They have to sign up for new subscribers. They have to provide the network and the good operational experience. Finally, they have to do the billing. Sometimes you may ask them to change a plan, renew a plan, etc., etc. Thousands of activities. An insurance company has to generate new business in form of new insurance policies sold. A bank must facilitate banking operations for its account holders. So if I manage an account in, say, HDFC Bank, I am not bothered tomorrow whether I will be able to take out my money or not. If I require it, I will get it. And so many other banking facilities which go alongside. An automobile company must provide a service network for its vehicles. So businesses have goals. Businesses have long-term vision and mission. They have goals. Now let us focus on what is analysis. Analysis is detailed examination of elements or structure of something. It is also defined as separation of something into its component parts. So how do you analyze? You get into detail. You get into a step-by-step understanding, say, for example, for a process. Or let's say for a mobile phone, if you are to analyze a mobile handset, you will focus on the components. So say, for example, for a ticket booking process, steps could be login, itinerary selection, train selection, passenger details, payment, ticket confirmation, and ticket printing. The prospective passenger who is booking the ticket has to go through these steps. And of course, this ticket booking is basically to reserve a berth or a seat for a given train for a given date of journey. This is what the goal is. So for an analyst, he has to basically focus on what are the goals, how we can improve things. So analysis is about insights, something which is not clearly visible on surface. Analysis is about improvements, cost, quality, service, speed, warmth, brand, etc. So something what we can do in lesser cost, how we can deliver better quality to our customers, how we can have a speedy service, how we can complete a process in lesser time. So analysis is about identifying problems or identifying requirements, having a consensus with stakeholders that these problems or requirements need a solution, then coming up with a solution or a plan for this problem. And the solution has to be economically, technically, culturally, and legally viable. You can remember this acronym PESTEL. So this is one of the many business analysis techniques. So P stands for political, E economic, S social, T technical, L legal, and E environmental. So your solution should be true to these areas. And remember, as a business analyst, you will never be working alone. You are part of a team. So it is not that you have to shoulder the entire burden of identifying problems, coming up with consensus, and then coming up with full solutions. So you have some work to take up, that is there, but what you need to do, you will be part of a team and you need to play your role. Moving ahead, the picture which you see now, this has been my morning routine for several years. When I graduated from IIT Bombay in the year 1997, just after that for so many multiple years, I used to commute like this. And this is basically a regular morning commute at the Tokyo metro. So why am I showing this picture to you? there is some business problem and which needs a solution. You see, Japanese people are stickler for time. So much so that if your train is late by more than a minute, at the exit gate of the platform, you get a slip. And this slip tells that, look, the trains are running late by 75 seconds today or 90 seconds today. So what is the purpose of this slip? You see, people have a lot of self-respect. So they just deposit the slip in their office at the reception, which indicates that, look, I was on time, but because trains were running late, I am late today. So these trains, crowded and overcrowded trains, have to run on time. And the problem is, if the compartments do not close, the train does not move ahead. So the compartment has to close in a proper manner. So there could be many solutions. So there is this problem. Now an analyst or a team of analysts has to identify the problem, frame the problem or articulate the problem, and then come up with a solution. So this is something which needs to be taken up. And we will solve those problems for which our stakeholders say that we require a solution. Now, we do not jump to the solution right away. We do not stick to one solution to start with. There is a technique called brainstorming where we evaluate multiple solutions, and one of those solutions which is said to be a better fit for the given situation and for the given company and for the given environment is implemented. So see here, this is what they implemented during those days. And these guys who are pushing people in the compartment, these are salaried guys, and they are known as official pushers. So please understand 2-3 things. For a problem, there could be more than one solution. We address those problems for which stakeholders have a consensus that those are to be solved. There are more than many ways to solve a problem. One such way is brainstorming, in which a team sits, they brainstorm upon multiple ideas, they select an idea which is more feasible, and then they refine and implement that idea. Business analyst plays a key role in this activity. Having said that, he is not the only guy who has to shoulder everything for a solution. So this is business analysis. So for now, we have focused on what is business, what is analysis, and we have focused on words like problem, requirement, stakeholder, consensus, solution, etc. And of course, it is a team activity. So now we move on to what is IT business analysis.